Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks as they square off against the #1 overall pick, Kyler Murray, and the Arizona Cardinals. Kickoff is moments away, so let's get you out to our commentators. And standing by for the call are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we are in the Valley of the Sun. Few places in the country as picturesque as the desert Southwest. And we've got a good one on tap here at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel. And the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, we've got two NFC West teams here. Your assessment of the state of the division coming into 2019, is it the Rams to lose?
We saw the changing of the guard with the Rams taking over from Seattle a couple of seasons ago. But Seattle got back in the game pretty fast, didn't they? You remember preseason last year? It was doom and gloom. They ended up in the playoffs. Arizona, they're kind of hitting the reset button. It's San Francisco to keep your eye on. With good health, good drafts, they could be the team that can really contend.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Seattle's offense being led out here by Russell Wilson, coming off that Week 3 loss to New Orleans 33-27. That's the first loss of the season for Seattle. But it wasn't because of Wilson. He was, 32 of 50 in that game and over 400 yards passing.
2 touchdowns, and also used his legs, 51 yards on the ground, and another 2 touchdowns. The only downside, a couple of missed throws on 4th down plays that would have sustained drives as he tried to lead the comeback against a big New Orleans lead.
On first down, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third to see. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 63 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Kyler Murray, he takes the field here along with the rest of the Arizona Cardinals offense. Still winless. They had the tie in week 1 and then 2 losses to Baltimore and then Carolina, Charles. But let's talk about Kyler Murray. 30 completions last week, but just 173 yards. But is that the offense, those short, quick passes?
That's what really makes the offense go. The ability to get the ball to the receivers quickly and have them win in space and gain additional yardage. See, the yards after catch in this type of an offense, they're built into what you expect. So if you get tackled quickly in the secondary, that slows that offense down, but even more so for Kyler Murray. He just didn't have any time. Sacked 8 times, which means there had to be double digits in terms of quarterback pressures on him. I thought he did well to hang in there and throw the 2 touchdowns in addition to the 2 interceptions.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now on second and 16, Murray, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And let's look now at the offensive starters for the Cardinals.
We're all looking forward to watching David Johnson bounce back from a rough season in 2018, because we know he has 2,000-yard potential, 1,000 on the ground, 1,000 in the air. And with a new offensive-minded coach in Arizona, look for his numbers to truly increase in 2019.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray with a third and long. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense takes the field again here. I want to go back to what we were talking about earlier, their Week 3 loss, 33-27 to New Orleans. Chris Carson, he fumbled and lost a fumble in this game. That is the 3rd straight game that he's done that, CD. He's got to protect the football a bit better.
He was a 1,000-yard rusher last year, and for Seattle's offense to really roll, he's going to be a big part of it with the running game. But if he's putting the ball on the turf, that's not going to help at all. In addition, the offense was just 1 of 4 on 4th down. So Pete Carroll, their head coach, likes to be aggressive, but if it doesn't pay off, puts the defense in a bind. And to add injury to insult, the insult being the loss, Coach Pete Carroll was hit in the face by a football during pregame warm-ups. They had to patch up his nose that he had to deal with during that game as well. So all in all, a lost day for the head coach and his Hawks.
And they'll try to get back in the winning side this week. They travel to Arizona, and then they host the Rams in Week 5. They'll roll them out right. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards the pickup there. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Play action. Now Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Safety DJ Swearinger brings not just athletic ability to the field, he also brings a strong belief that he can get to the football on every snap. An absolutely fierce hitter, you can feel his intensity even when you're sitting down and having a meeting with him prior to the game.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Wilson. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 7-yard touchdown grab. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Arizona's offense coming back out here, but I actually want to talk about the Cardinals' defense. You know, in that 38-20 loss to Carolina, yeah, 38 points given up, but that's not Cam Newton that was out there. It's Kyle Allen, no disrespect. But do you see this Cardinals defense continuing to struggle?
I do, and it's really what I expected coming into the season. Not too many difference makers on that side of the ball right now, and they're going to really struggle if the offense can't help them out. And last week, their offense really had their own problems. 8 sacks given up to Kyler Murray. That meant double-digit pressures in his face all game long. Couldn't run the ball. Receivers were dropping passes. That means more time on the field for their defense, and that's something they can't afford.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Seahawks have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. And
the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
To throw again on second down. Wilson throwing the out route and complete. That's Wilson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another first and goal. Now it's Carson. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it is now 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. On 2nd and 12, Murray, screenplay, Johnson. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Murray now to throw. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions. And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it? It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it? It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On first down, it's Johnson, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run it with Carson. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Murray trying again after the pick 6. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Well, it was second and long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going the wrong.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. There's Wilson to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Now Wilson. And Lockett with a grab over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Pushing his way through. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Yeah, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a...
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 3rd and 14 coming up. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Murray going to throw. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
That good for 22 and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. That's caught by Penny. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
Good side. 280.
Got to do better.
No task.
QB, come on.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
Check, 43. Big stop, Keith. Big stop.
On 3rd down, Wilson buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes as his guys continue to pour it on. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Lockett. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. On 1st down, it's Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run the counter. Carson. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. This is Carson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Let's double count right here, double count.
On 1st down, Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the dump-off, and it's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situation.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Another example right there how this... He's got a man complete. 39 yards there. A big one. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fitzgerald. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing now is Murray. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jadeveon Clowney getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. On 2nd down now. It's Carson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Wilson to throw on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Kirk now, the return man. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jaron Reed in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. Trying to get it to Clay that time.
Charles, before the game, you and I were looking at the still undefeated teams in the league, and Detroit's technically won at 2-0-1, but let's look at the 3-0 teams. The Bills, Patriots, Chiefs, Cowboys.
Tyler Lockett, 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ezekiel Ansah picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd down, it's Carson. Breaks free again. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The 11-time Pro Bowler Larry Fitzgerald still has it. His production did take a dip last year on the heels of 3 straight 1,000-yard campaigns. He's in the back half of his 30s now. What a career it's been. Coming into this year, over 1,300 receptions, 116 of those for touchdowns, and second only to Jerry Rice in career receiving yards. Pretty spectacular. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Clay, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Charles, with that incompletion, I want to step back for a second, just talk about the quarterbacks this year. It's an interesting stat that you and I were looking at before the game. 40 quarterbacks have been used in the first 3 weeks of the NFL season, most in the Super Bowl era. Some injuries and then just some changes at QB.
Yeah, and 20 of the starting quarterbacks this past Sunday under the age of 27. But what I like about what I'm seeing...
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Jaron Reed. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Just like that. He's coming. 14. He's coming.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DJ Swearinger, a sack on the safety blitz. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Here's Wilson on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Corey Peters there to bring him down. On 3rd down. Carson, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Murray. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
43. Check, 43. Check. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Wilson to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. On 3rd down, Carson, and he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Good job.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Carson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And
the Seahawks first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Wilson. And that's incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out?
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Luke Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's Murray. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Well, apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now Murray, over the middle, complete. That's Fitzgerald. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
54 Mike. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Go, go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Let's go.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. 1st down, Murray. This complete to the tight end, Clay. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And able to find Kirk complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Not today, you aren't. Not today. Let it go.
Murray now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Charles Clay is tight in the intended target. And now it's second down.
Tight end right. 4 down, 4 down. Short. Mike's 50. Watch the pass.
Murray again, second and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here I come again. Hey.
To throw on third down, Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's first and 10 at the 14.
Single. Orbit.
On first and 10, here's Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. His tight end Clay, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Alert. He's checking. Crash. Go.
Back to the air on second down. It's Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10.
Ball trot. 50's the mic. All you get is a headache. Mike's 50.
Now Murray again, eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They're going for it. It's Murray. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. They'll begin the drive with Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They run again with Carson. Room past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
43 is the mic. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On third down, Wilson. He may try and run for this. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And Dixon over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Let's go. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
On first down, it's Carson. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
All day, dog.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They go read option with Wilson. And an alley to run. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Despite the nice gain of 13 yards, it's 4th down.
I tell you, you run for 100 yards as a running back, you've had a great game. But when you do it as a...
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that will extend this big lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and a long run there in the end to top it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they've been...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-year?
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, but I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. Murray with a 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Britton, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Second and 2 at the Cardinals' 31-yard line.
On second down now. It's Carson, and he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Carson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up second and 2 at the 20-yard line.
On second down, it's Carson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now a give, right side. Carson. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rodney Gunter. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, partner, the offense gets to take the knee, but the defense should take a bow on that sidelines. What a game, shutting him out.
I like the way you put it there. You wordsmith that one perfectly. Take a knee offense, you get to celebrate, you got the win. But defensively, wow, they'll be sailing as they go forward.
So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.